Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege and honor to welcome you here in this virtual room on this event, which is the signing of the Memorandum of Cooperation between Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport on the Czech side and the Max Planck Society on the German side. I would like to welcome all the participants here in our virtual room, but I would also like to welcome all of you that are joining us via the live stream. We have many esteemed and distinguished guests and actors of today's event, so please let me very briefly introduce those that will be participating actively in this event. First of all, I would like to welcome Robert Plaga, Minister of Education, Youth and Sport of the Czech Republic. I would like to welcome Anja Karliček, Federal Minister of Education and Research of Germany. I would like to welcome Professor Martin Stratmannem, President of the Max Planck Society. Andreas Kine, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany in the Czech Republic. Professor Vladimír Mařík, Vice Chairman of the Research, Development and Innovation Council of the Czech Republic. And Professor Joachim Zauer, Chair of the Dioscuri Committee. We have a busy schedule today, so without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Minister Robert Plaga for his welcoming address.
Thank you, Pavel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to welcome you all this virtual signing ceremony. This event is one that has been long anticipated by us. And during these challenging times, it's even more important that when it comes to scientific matters, we are not putting them on hold. But on the contrary, we are looking for new possibilities, how to strengthen already existing research relations and to establish new ones. And so this very day, this ceremony is proof of that. Both political and scientific relations between Germany and the Czech Republic are very close, deep-rooted, and based on mutual respect. Therefore, I'm very pleased about this cooperation that gives rise to new opportunities where we can work together ardently on excellent research and ground-breaking innovations. The implementation of Dioscuri program in the Czech Republic carries great potential to be an essential milestone for Czech science to become more advanced, forward-looking, and superb in its outcomes. I strongly believe that Dioscuri centers will likewise serve to development of European research area as a whole. I'm very proud to be the head of the ministry whose efforts have made the partnership with the Max Planck Society a reality. And I'm confident that the Minister of Education, Youth and Sports will approach the implementation of this program in accordance with the highest scientific and ethical standards in the years to come. Under this program, our joint endeavor will enable outstanding scientists establish their own research group at a Czech research institution to build Dioscuri centers of excellence. The centers are expected to conduct world-class research in the fields of humanities and social sciences, life sciences, natural sciences and technology to the benefit of significant scientific development. Today, we celebrate an important landmark in the Dioscuri program. We gather here together to sign this memorandum of cooperation and to accept the great challenges and opportunities that come with it. Thank you all for being here and taking the time to witness this festive event that indicates the beginning of our teamwork. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Plaga, for your inspiring thoughts and words. And I would like to give the floor to Minister Karliček on the Federal Ministry of Education and Research.
Thank you. Minister Plaga, ladies and gentlemen, these two belong together, the Dioscuri twins. And yet they are different. According to Greek legend, They even have different fathers. However, one cannot do without the other. Being united despite all differences is what defines the European Union. Facilitates cooperation, and that cooperation pays off in science in particular. This is a starting point of the Dioscuri initiative of the Max Planck Society, and it establishes a network for young, excellent scientists in important neighboring countries of Germany. And that network was launched with Poland, our most populous neighbor to the east. And today, we are launching cooperation with the Czech Republic. I'm delighted that we are taking this major step towards further enhancing German-Czech relations together today. With the program calls and the resulting Dioscuri centers in Poland and the Czech Republic, we create new places of encounter, new places of scientific excellence in the heart of Europe. It is our common aim to help more scientists from our countries to achieve international excellence and to successfully participate in major European calls. And the Dioscuri programs provide scientific talent with outstanding conditions for their long-term research and for their collaboration in Europe and worldwide. But we also want to establish innovative fields of research in the region at high international level, driving research together, developing innovations together, shaping the future together. That is what the Dioscuri centers stand for. We need European impetus to master the great social and economic challenges of our time. This is the only way for our industrialized countries to keep pace internationally and stay competitive. We must continue to strengthen the European research area as a whole. It must become a true internal market for research and innovation. Cooperation across borders is of the essence for science in particular. Where else, if not Europe, to put it into practice? It is what makes the European research area attractive, especially in the international competition for the brightest minds and ideas. It is important to me that we are all benefit, which is why we are establishing a European research network and why we are promoting excellence cooperation, both bilaterally and in addition to European programs such as Horizon Europe and the European Research Council. Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic can provide promising joint impetus for the center of Europe. The many European bridges builders in our countries are part of the Dioscuri centers. Let us jointly turn these special places into a source for innovation, innovation made in the center of Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Minister, for your important words. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time that we will do the actual act of signing of the Memorandum of Cooperation, which forms the basis for establishing the Dioscuri centers in future. So I would like to ask and invite Minister Plaga and Professor Stratmannem to sign their copies of the memorandum.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for me to do so. I'm just opening the folder and I have now in my hand the Memorandum Cooperation between the Max Planck Society and the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and I'm going to sign this. I'm very happy to do so.
Thank you very much for that. And now when you're done signing, I would like to ask you if you could hold the copy of memorandum so that we can see it. And we will take a group photo now. So I would like also to ask other participants to hold for a while until the screenshot that will be taken by the technical staff is done. So. Okay, so thank very much all of you who participated in our important group photo. So we have evidence about what happened just now, and I'm really glad that this happened after many months of negotiation and partnerships with the Max Planck Society. Now there will be other speeches coming along, but at this point I will have to excuse both ministers, Minister Plaga and Minister Karlíček, because of their other engagement, occupation, and their work program. They will say, or they will wave goodbye to our virtual room because they have another engagement. So I would like again thank them for their inspiring words and thoughts, because they are important drivers of the bilateral cooperation in education and research and innovation. So thank you very much and goodbye. And now we can continue with our program, and there's another very important person who just signed the memorandum, and that's Professor Stratmannem, the president of Max Planck Society. And I would like to give him floor for his thoughts and reflections on the Dioscuri program.
Yeah, thank you very much, and hello to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Although we are not able today to meet in the beautiful city of Prague, I'm very happy to join all of you in this really virtual space to mark the start of the Dioscuri program in the Czech Republic. The Nobel funding program called Dioscuri, which aims to promote scientific excellence in Central and Eastern Europe, is indeed very near and very dear to my heart. The seed for this person-centered program was conceived in 2014 during my very first speech as president of the Max Planck Society, in which I presented the Dioscuri idea for the very first time. 3 years later, we started the first Dioscuri centers in Poland. And at the moment, we have 5 up and running in Warsaw, and they cover very different fields within the natural and life sciences. And today, I'm really proud of this, we are planting a new seed with the establishment of the program in the Czech Republic. I think we all share the conviction that only if excellent research sites are more evenly distributed across our continent can the goal of a common and successful European research area be realized. And only this allows to establish economic growth and stability all over Europe, as economic well-being and excellence in research are indeed very closely linked items. To establish new sites of scientific excellence all across the EU 13 countries, we need to attract excellent minds and provide them with a package that is internationally competitive as measured by the standards of the global scientific elite. And to me, this includes an adequate infrastructure, an internationally competitive salary structure, granting autonomy so that group leaders can develop their own research ideas and grow an international team, integrating them into a larger scientific network with international partners and advisory boards, as, of course, internationalization is indeed a cornerstone for excellent research. And last but not least, providing all the administrative help that is needed. These factors are what we strive for at the Max Planck Society, and I have to say we are hugely successful in doing so. And this is a kind of understanding that we also would like to achieve in our Dioscuri centers. Over the last 10 years, a very impressive research infrastructure has been built up in the Czech Republic, and partly with the help of EU structural funds. And we know that there is a huge amount of talent in Czech science available. Our own Max Planck institutes maintain a lively partnership with their Czech colleagues. Just to illustrate this, in 2020 alone, we recorded a total of 61 cooperation projects, 12 projects belonging to the biological and medical section, 20 projects were registered in our social sciences and humanities section, and close to 30 projects ran in our chemical, physical and technical section. But let me also mention yet another illustrative figure from just 2.5 weeks ago, which I find totally impressive. Because that's when the science division of Amazon announced the winner of their Grand Challenge competition in the field of conversational AI and natural language processing. And guess what happened? It was a young team from the Czech Technical University that ranked #1, while a team of Stanford University earned the 2nd place. I find this highly impressive, and I only have to say congratulations to my colleagues in the Czech Republic. Now, let's bring these two components together, great potential and great conditions, by giving young research group leaders the autonomy and the support to do great science right here. Of course, such a big task cannot be accomplished by a relatively small-scale funding program like Dioscuri alone. So we are happy that our endeavor joins other recently established excellence programs in the Czech Republic, and Dioscuri indeed complements them by adding a more international perspective and offering access to the outstanding network of the Max Planck Society. And from our side, I would like to say we are excited, we are incredibly pleased, and we also feel honored to help carrying a great Czech tradition in science further into the future. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, President Stratmann, for your words. And now please let me say a few words on my own. Me being as a deputy minister responsible for higher education, research and science in the Czech Republic at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, it is very important for me that we have this opportunity not just sign the Memorandum of Cooperation, but also to discuss and reflect what are the expectations of the Dioscuri program. I'm the 4th speaker, so many important thoughts has been already said. So please let me follow up on and echo on some of those. First of all, we have long-term strategic dialogue in research and science with Germany, which is very fruitful. But as Professor Stratmann already mentioned, in the Czech Republic, we have invested a lot of resources for building the scientific infrastructure. So if you're looking for new tools of funding, new forms of cooperation, we obviously look at those that are excellent. That's the first thing. And also those that are, let's say, person or scientist-centered, because there's a lot of infrastructures, but we feel that there is a lot of brain circulation, brain drain, and obviously we need to have a tools how to attract the best scientists to Czech Republic. And what is really important for me and for us at the ministry is precisely that there is a strong impact and dedication towards the excellence, but also there is a strong person-centered focus on the Dioscuri program, because as you can see, the whole point of the Dioscuri program is about the leading scientists and his group, the science group. So those are the two features that I feel that are missing in Czech Republic in the landscape of funding tools that we have. There is also a very strong partner on the German side, the Max Planck Society, and we are counting on very detailed and severe scrutiny of the projects. So there is definitely quality in the whole assessment of the projects that will be supported. So excellence, person-centered, and very, very detailed assessment of the projects are something that we are striving towards in our science and research policy here in Czech Republic. And we know that there's advantage of the experience that Max Planck Society has in Poland when there's implementation of Dioscuri centers already running. So just to briefly sum up my thoughts is that we are very glad that we have this tool of cooperation with Germany, with Max Planck Society, because it's an important part of our strategic dialogue in research. We are glad that the portfolio of funding tools that we have is enlarged for this, excellence-driven and very detailedly scrutinized and human or person-centered tool. I would like to again thank very much for the ongoing debates that we had throughout let's say last year. I had the privilege and opportunity to speak with Professor Stratmannem about a year ago when we initially debate how to set up the Dioscuri centers and in what timeline and in what setup of the memorandum. So we have many months of negotiation in debates, and more I feel that Dioscuri centers is definitely something that we need and that will enhance our research funding towards the excellence, which is definitely a goal that we all strive towards, and both ministers and president talk about it to some extent, so there is no need for me to talk about it anymore. So again, thank you very much for this happening, and we will continue with our program. And now I would like to give the floor to His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany in the Czech Republic. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Good morning, Minister. Thank you very much also for having me in on this meeting. I've only been here for a very short time in Prague, and this is already the second really exciting event that I can join. The first one obviously being the visit of my president just last week. And the fact that the president visited at the Czech Technical University, the institute headed by Professor Marzik, the Institute of Informatics, Robotics and Cybernetics. The fact that he did this even though his program was really very, very tight and packed with political meetings and some other important things, that very fact underlines the tremendous importance that we attach to our scientific and economic cooperation. And I think that our economies are very much similar, and we're facing similar challenges. The share of industrial production in our economies is relatively similar, and we can see the challenges industry is facing around the world on a daily basis, whether we talk about e-mobility, we talk about energy policy, we talk about smart networks, smart energy networks, we talk about the advent of robotics, how to integrate artificial intelligence, and to handle all that from a scientific perspective down to legal and ethical considerations. I think those are challenges that we really face together and that we need to be tackling together. And in order for us to be able to create a basis there, we need the avant-garde, the scientific avant-garde, to also work together and to know each other and to be aware of each other's concepts, ideas and perspectives on the world. And this is why I'm really very much excited about this procedure that we're having today about the signing of this memorandum, and even more so about the common future work that is now going to be starting. I completely share the enthusiasm displayed by Professor President Stratmannem and everybody else, and I'm sure that the Dioscuri program, and especially between Germany and the Czech Republic, will be an important element also in the European cooperation. So in order not to have everything be said by everybody, I'll stop here and wish you all lots of success and lots of success to this program. And I just hope that we'll be able to meet in person relatively soon and have some real physical get-togethers. I heard this morning that some of our leading medical experts believe that the effects of the corona pandemics will be handled by next spring, so I'm optimistic that we'll be able to meet in person relatively soon. Thanks again to everyone, and I'll hand over back to you, Babet Dalicek. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And now I would like to give the floor to Professor Vladimír Mařík, who is Vice Chairman of the Research, Development and Innovation Council of the Czech Republic. And I have to say, he's one of the best examples of long-term excellent cooperation between Czech and German scientific institutions. So, Professor, floor is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure and honor to greet you on behalf of the R&D and I Council of the Czech Republic. And this council welcomes the extension of the Dioscuri program to the Czech Republic. It's fully consistent with the national R&D and I strategy and with the goals of the government of the Czech Republic. We feel it is a new step in the German-Czech scientific cooperation, which has always been proactively supported by the Bundeskanzlerin, Mrs. Angela Merkel, and also the Bundespresident, Mr. Frank-Walter Steinmeier, highlighted the need and efficiency of such cooperation between Czech Republic and Germany during his visit last week. We have found that the strategy to build excellent teams around real scientific personalities with clear growth perspective is the right way to go. We have got the network of ERC centers. Now we are building the new network of Dioscuri centers, which will together with the large research infrastructure, create the backbone of the Czech excellent research. Strong involvement of the Max Planck Society guarantees not only the excellence of research in the Dioscuri centers, but will help also in setting up the corresponding demanding research atmosphere in the Czech scientific community towards excellence in European and worldwide scale. We also appreciate that the Dioscuri program is not open just to Czech and German scientists, that it's open to everybody in EU, and this will enhance the cooperation in the European research space, and I think it's the only viable approach for long-term success of such centers. We are very thankful to the Max Planck Society and especially to Mr. President Martin Stratmannem for his personal involvement and personal efforts put in extension of the Dioscuri program into the Czech Republic. And we are also extremely helpful to the Bundesministerium für Bildung und Forschung, which proactively supports many bilateral Czech-German scientific activities. There is no secret that in October this Bundesministerium organizes a meeting of Czech, Polish and German scientists in the area of applied research to summarize what was achieved and to outline the ways ahead. I am very glad that the Czech Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports leveraged the opportunity to co-fund this program. The R&D and I Council has been strongly fighting for increasing the budget of this ministerium for forthcoming 3 years. And I think such programs like Dioscuri program is a good example how this budget should be efficiently used. I wish a lot of success to the Dioscuri program in the Czech Republic and promise full support from the side of R&D and I Council of the Czech Republic. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your thoughts, and thank you very much for the continuation support of the Council. Now, in a few seconds, I will give the floor back to Professor Stratmann that will tell us what is coming concerning implementation of the Dioscuri program. But before I do that, I would like to thank on my behalf to all the speakers that have been taking a part in this event, and also to Professor Sauer for attending this meeting. It's very important of us, and we are privileged to have this opportunity to discuss Dioscuri centers. That would be all from my side, but as I mentioned, I will now give the floor to Professor Stratmann for other information concerning Dioscuri centers. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for guiding us through this whole virtual meeting. And thanks to all the speakers, our esteemed guests, and everybody, by the way, joining the celebration. Let me now give a brief overview of what's to come. The first call of Dioscuri centers in the Czech Republic will be published this December, and up to 3 centers will then be selected for funding. The evaluation process will be overseen by a high-ranking committee chaired by Professor Sauer that consists of 7 esteemed scientists from Germany and European universities, as well as 4 Max Planck directors. The first centers will then likely open in 2023, and the second call will follow in 2024. At the moment, we plan with a total of up to 5 Dioscuri centers in the Czech Republic. Our calls are open to early career researchers from all scientific disciplines and regardless of their country of origin or also current employment. We want to attract the most promising scientists and help them establish their innovative research group at the most fitting Czech host institutions, whether they have had a connection to these previously or not. As president of the Max Planck Society, I would like to thank all of those who have given us the trust and indeed also the financial resources to build and extend this program. First of all, I would like to thank Minister Plaga and Minister Karliczek for their commitment and their continued and reliable support of the ministries. Even though Dioscuri is now a region-spanning funding program, it is also an important piece of the bilateral Czech-German research cooperation and will contribute to fostering the friendship between trusted neighbors in the European Union. I would like also in particular and specifically to thank Deputy Minister Dolicek and his team at the MEYS, with whom we are jointly realizing Dioscuri in the Czech Republic, and we have already started a very trustful partnership. And indeed, I hope to meet you also in person soon, hopefully at the beginning of next year, to continue this friendship we have established. In particular, I would like to thank Professor Joachim Sauer, who chairs the Dioscuri committee that oversees the selection of the Dioscuri leaders with exceptional scientific integrity, and has personally advocated for the Czech Republic to join the program for years. And now we are there, and I'm very happy, Joachim Sauer, that we are at that moment together and we have signed that agreement, and now we really can invest also in the Czech Republic. Also, I would like to thank the members of the Czech scientific community who have already supported this initiative by sharing their insights with us, and whose continued support we hope to maintain in the coming years. And finally, I have to thank our partners from Poland, with whom we are planting the first seeds and with whom we continue to tend our growing trees. The Czech Republic and Eastern and Central Europe, as a thriving region full of ideas, innovation and bright minds, elevating these and supporting them in the future is key for a development of a better Europe. With Dioscuri, we hope to contribute to this vision for the future. So thank you very much, and let's get started.